Hey guys, so I get asked about this recipe a lot. Today is actually my son's birthday and he requested me to make something called tomato pie. So I'm going to do a little video and show y'all how to make it. First you need 2 deep dish pie crusts. Make them yourself, buy them at Walmart, don't care, your choice. I prefer to buy mine already made because I'm lazy. Next, you're going to need about 3 or 4 tomatoes sliced. And I put mine on layers of paper towel to kind of get some of the moisture out of them because I don't want the pie crust to be wet. So I pre-sliced my tomatoes already and they are on this paper towel draining and kind of getting some of the moisture out before I get started. I'm going to take a little fork and put some holes in the pie crust because the pie crust needs to be pre-baked. Sorry. Trying to hold my phone and do this at the same time. Anyway, you get the picture. Poke some dang holes in there. Put it in a 350-degree oven until the pie shells are cooked. While the pie shells are cooling, I'm going to make the topping to the pie. This is 3 cups of cheese. There's 2 cups of cheddar cheese and a cup of mozzarella cheese. And then this is mayonnaise. Not Miracle Whip, guys. Ugh. Miracle Whip's nasty. Mayonnaise. And you're going to mix it all together. And that is going to be the topping for this pie. I know it sounds weird. Mayonnaise. I thought the same thing when I first got this recipe and started making it many years ago. But it kind of just acts like a binder to bind the cheese all together. And makes it nice and ooey gooey. Tastes amazing. But anyway, I'm going to stir this all up and get it ready. And then I will start making the filling for the pies. All right, I'm going to start layering the filling. Yeah, my husband's outside mowing the yard. You're going to put the tomatoes down on the bottom. I put them in a circle pattern. It don't matter what pattern you put them in. It's going to taste the same no matter what you do to it, I promise. And then I put a little sea salt. Now, I don't use a lot of salt in my recipe because I'm also going to put bacon bits on here. And the bacon bits already have a lot of salt. I'm going to put some pepper. And then some Italian seasoning. Now, normally I would also use green onion in this recipe. But since this is for my son's birthday and he doesn't like green onion, I'm not going to use green onion. I bought already made real bacon bits. Come on, guys. Don't use those imitation bacon bits. And then a layer of that. And then more layers of the tomato. Get the paper towels off of there. I like to put paper towels between each layer of my tomatoes so that I kind of get some of the moisture off of them. Nobody wants a soggy ass pie. They just don't. I've never went into a restaurant and said, please bring me the soggiest pie you have. It does not happen. Nope, doesn't happen. So there's my next layer of tomatoes. A little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. A little Italian seasoning. And then more bacon bits. And I like to save a little of the bacon to go on top of the pie also. I'm making 2 pies. So I'm not going to show you the other one because I don't see why I should. If you can't get it from one, then you should not be cooking anyway. Here's that mixture I made earlier with the cheese and the mayonnaise. Now you can I use mozzarella cheese and cheddar cheese. Sorry if I'm in the way, but I don't have a professional setup here because I'm not a professional. So I'm just using my little phone propped up on some crap to try to, and then you mush that cheese mixture down into the pie until it's all evened out. And so my crust is falling apart already. I can't catch a break, can I? It's alright. It'll taste the same. It will. Some of this stuff out of the way. And yes, I'm using my fingers. Nobody saw that. You know, I have a professional kitchen, and I'm using rubber gloves in my professional kitchen. So, and if you believe that, well, I've got some swampland I'd like to sell you. And I sell my paintings for, you know, $3 million a piece. If anybody's interested in that. It looks great. Just like that. See, I'm spread that mixture all over there. And now I'm going to put the tomato tops. I kind of diced up. And I'm going to put that over the top of the pie for a little garnish. Kind of stick them in there. And then put the rest of the bacon bits on the top. If you like pizza, you will like this recipe. A lot of people hear tomato pie because they think it's going to be like apple pie, like a sweet pie. But this is not a sweet pie. This is kind of like a deep dish pizza. And I've made this with pepperoni. I've made it with mushrooms. I've made it lots of different ways. And they always turn out delicious. I'm going to put that in the oven at 350 degrees for around 30 minutes or until the cheese gets warm and brown and bubbly. And then I will pull it out and show you the finished product. Hey, I thought I would just comment while I'm putting the topping on this second pie. The topping, like I said, is 2 cups of cheddar cheese and a cup of mozzarella cheese. You can really, if you don't like cheddar, you can use all mozzarella. Really, it doesn't matter. And it's roughly a half a cup to a cup of mayonnaise. I can't remember if I told you that or not. So if I already did, well, you get to hear it again. So, I found this recipe because in the summertime I garden. And I always have an abundance of tomatoes. So I was looking for something so that I could use my tomatoes, and I found this recipe. The original recipe is from Paula Deen. It does not call for bacon, but the first time I made it, I thought, oh man, I bet that would be good with some bacon on it, because bacon makes everything better. It's like meat candy, right? And I was right. I made it with bacon. And my family loved it. Isn't that pretty? Look at all that pretty cheese on there. So I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of the toppings. Finish out with the bacon and the rest of the little diced tomatoes that I made. And then I'm going to put both of these pies on a cookie sheet before I put them in the oven. And the reason is because this cheese is going to bubble. It's going to melt. It's going to drip out a little bit maybe. And I don't want all that mess on the bottom of my oven for me to clean up because, once again, I'm lazy. I'm in my pajamas, okay? And I'll probably be in my pajamas all day because it's my day off. So I can do that. All right, guys. I'm going to stick these pies in the oven, and I will be back when they're done. Fixing to go in the oven. All right, they've been in the oven for about 30 minutes. And now they are done and brown and cheesy and bubbly. I'm going to let that cool off for a minute, and then we're going to dig in. All right, we're cutting the pie, guys. Let's see if it turned out as ooey and gooey and yummy as it normally does. Look at all that cheese.
There's 4 of us, so it's 4 pieces, right?
Right, that's fine. I made 2 pies.
I need something other than this knife to pull this off with.
Use a fork.
Yes, dear.
And that is how you train your husband.
Let's try that again.
Well, since cutting a pie is extremely difficult for the male species,
I cut it just fine.
I'm taking over. So here we go. First slice. Get all that ooey gooey insides there. Ooh, yum yum. Oh, and on the plate. And a fork to the birthday boy. Happy birthday!
Yep.
Alright, here's a slice of the pie. Kind of looking the insides. And that, my friends, is tomato pie. Is it good, guys?
Yep.
I got 1 yap.
Dilly
You told me
dilly.
to shut
Dilly
up.
dilly. I told my husband to shut up. Well, I think they all like it because their mouths are moving. So, y'all have a great day. Be kind to one another. Love each other.
And there's to you.
And there's to you.